Nautilus hook repeats. Labrador's kept finding these crazy hooks.
And again, we're in a situation where MKOI's composition needs to hold on to that lead. You have the Enchanter bot lane, so they get the lead. Then G2 even things out, and let me tell you, if I could be the team comp with the Ashe and the Nautilus who just gets to push an R button and start a fight, or if I have to be the Caitlyn with a Seraphine that's just even, barely, I know which composition's gonna win.
You know who wasn't even? Broken Blade.
That's very
He
true.
was 800 gold up, and okay, we interviewed Alfari, right, before, and he said, top doesn't matter. Top doesn't matter what it's going to be, a Sion matchup, top doesn't matter. I said that was wishful thinking. This is exactly why.
Put me in Rumble that game with Scuban as my jungler, I look the same, okay? Like, what do you mean? Rumble got headshot, but then it just died 2 times randomly, and Scuban just kept picking him up the slack. I love Broken Blade.
No,
I think that was
that's
a good
propaganda.
Rumble.
They're not going to pick you, bro. That's propaganda.
But come on, I can do that too.
I don't know when the top laners all had a secret meeting to try to convince the entire world that top lane didn't matter. Because BB was on fire. He has been playing well. And you just can't tell me the 1K gold lead isn't important. He always had prio against Miriam. And we saw that as much as Ornn on paper can be this big scaling late game threat, BB was finding good equalizers in fights. Something that we saw yesterday didn't happen in the Ornn Rumble matchup for Major up against Lot. So it is still that big moment where he did contribute more to the team. But I think we just have to keep saying it. Skumond. BB destroying his lane opponent, on track. But it's Skumond who is making the difference here on the Zehen, finding the creative angles, even if we didn't love the build. And in this one, just walking at people and murdering them. Like, that's the power of a J4 when ahead, and he leveraged it so well.
I mean, look, if I'm a G2 fan, I'm watching this series with a huge grin on my face, because the main worry for G2 in regular season was that what happens when Caps doesn't step up? Well, it didn't look that convincing, but this series, Caps has been kind of invisible. It's been all the other 4 players having huge moments, and I think if you're as a G2 fan, this is very convincing, because you want to see that depth. You want to see that range, and you want to see those options in draft, and I think so far we're definitely seeing it from G2.
I'm a reverse sweep merchant, but I don't believe.
But they
I know, no, sorry.
The reverse
Yeah, I know, I did curse you guys that one time.
Well, and to be fair...
Camera me. No. It starts with success. It starts right now.
The camera wasn't going to give that to you. Guys, I want to give you copium. I want to believe in the reverse sweep.
This is like camera on me.
It starts with success.
No,
and success doesn't come from Madrid. It comes from the Berlin studio and a massive reverse sweep from MKOI.
It does. It started so far with failure, and I don't want it to end with failure. I want more from MKOI, but I can't keep betting on intangibles. I can't keep betting on the idea that there's some imaginary ceiling that they've yet to hit in this series.
I will say, it starts with success doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I was saying. It starts with failure makes a lot more sense.
I'm sorry, it's stuck in time for forever. It doesn't. You can't take it back.
My point is, maybe this is the kick in the butt that Movistar KOI needed. The question that I have is, we have that early game which we put a lot onto from game 1, knowing that they have those systems. We also have the context that in the struggle for getting to those playoffs, Melzet said, you're gonna have to play better. You cannot make these mistakes. We're looking to beat the best in the world, so we definitely have to beat these, right? So do you think there's been too many mistakes made in this best of 5 to presume that they can pull it back?
I mean, there has been mistakes made, but look, if you want to come in to that finals in Badalona with a huge mental advantage, what better way to do it than with a reverse sweep? Right here against G2.
Yeah.
If there's ever a moment to do it now and show G2 that last finals in Madrid was a fluke, a reverse sweep here would be a juicy start.
I will say, the Fnatic fans, they usually cheer for everyone who used to be on Fnatic, except for Caps. Because he's a traitor.
They want to mix things up a little bit, which I think is fair.
And I appreciate it. Well, I hope we see the reverse sweep. That would be 5 games to close us off for our Super Week here in LEC versus in the studio. But let's see if it's just G2 who booked their ticket to the grand final after this.
a break? Have a Kit Kat.
Baby, cause I'm big crushing.
Wait, is he switching lanes?
I'm a champion. Welcome to my shop. You'll need the right build. Choose wisely, because every upgrade brings you closer to the next level. So tell me, how will you level up?
The route onto Rohan. Sama did get slowed by the beat drop. Skumon here first. Awesome damage on Bella
Super! Holy!
We kill. I'm going more as well. I want to go more. I will. Yeah, chill. Just I have the hook. Can you take? Sure, he's it. Give me. Good. Look, Ares. Rumble low. Yeah. Nice. Now somebody talk to me right now. No. I'm not talking to you. Skill him and Gunash. Guys, do both.
Welcome back.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to understand. You said, okay, someone talk to me. It's fine. And the Broken Leg goes, I will not talk to you. It's fine. I want to understand what this dynamic is all about, because clearly there's some internal comms about communication. And when someone pops off, apparently someone needs to talk to someone.
I think it's like, oh, talk to me now, huh? Talk to me now, you know? Hey, let's hear what you have to say
Okay,
now.
it could be that, it could be that, yeah. I mean, right now the vibes are very good in the G2 camp, but for Koi, their backs are against the wall. Now, for any LCK fans, I mean, this position shouldn't really mean much to you because we've seen a reverse sweep very recently. So if
you spoiling, buddy?
I'm not spoiling, if a team could do that to this other team,
Yes.
I believe that any team could reverse sweep any other team.
A team that had
Do we have to worry that much about spoilers?
the team that had it done to them as well
Yeah.
shares a similar spot in their region's
That's correct.
ethos
That's true.
as G2.
That's true.
Yeah.
It happened like yesterday, right?
So it was more than yesterday.
2 days ago?
2 days ago, yeah.
Guys, look at the results. Just did a quick bit of research. G2 last year obviously made all finals with this roster.
Yeah.
They've made 9 finals in a row in the end. This would be their 10th.
Oh, damn.
Which is an incredibly impressive feat. The last time they didn't make finals was all the way back in 2023, I believe.
2023?
Yeah, when it was BDS versus Mad
My goodness.
in the finals.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a spring split, right?
That was a spring split, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay. And so, of course, the roster changed since then, right? Because that was the Mickey and Yike roster, and then last year they introduced Skumon and Bobrov. I mean, wow, what an impressive run they've been able to have. Koi, they're going to have to find the reverse sweep in order to try and end that streak. Of course, they could still go through the lower bracket.
Oh, they can end. G2 hasn't won 9 finals
That's
in a row.
correct,
They've just
yeah,
been in 9 finals in a row.
That's very true. In
They've
any
only
case,
won like 7.
Often do tend to win more, lose more in winter and in spring than later on in the year. Summer tends to be where they really ramp up. And Koi, despite his first selection, chosen second pick. G2 have picked the blue side once again. So it's kind of a mirror of game 1. And Koi choose to have second pick. On the blue side, we have the Aphelios, the Gwen, and the Nami bans. On the red side, Varus and Azir.
Those are some interesting bans from G2. Very, like, targeted. Very niche.
very targeted.
Yeah. So they want to deny Supa from having, like, the 1v9 carry
But
potential
what
with
AD
the
carry are
Aphelios.
you thinking of? What is Aphelios good into?
Yunara. That's the
That
one
has
champion
snuck
that
its way
is still
through,
up.
yeah.
And
Has-
Aphelios
yeah,
is a pretty good matchup into it.
That's got to be a first pick Yunara here for sure, right?
But MKoi have got to know that's what's going to happen. So then what do you pick into the unit?
Corki, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you also maybe ban the Nami, so they don't get the Corki Nami
Right.
combo.
Yeah. And then the Gwen would suggest that G2 is also looking at a Cassante topside as well,
Yeah.
or at least some tankier option. Seems to be taking their time, but Yunara feels like, yeah, I mean, it's the most obvious pick. So what's the trade here for Koi? What are you giving up? Or like, what is your priority? Because you have to expect Yunara to come through. It's got to be something either in the jungle that they really want to get their hands on. Maybe Aatrox?
Could be an Aatrox flex. I wouldn't mind it, especially with the fact that they are on the red side. They can flex it all the way to 5. Probably just going to be ADC lucky, and I would expect the Corki, unless Supa has something else in store for us. It's going to be the Corki.
I love the way you, with a small amount of hope in your voice, you're like, unless Super has something else first. No, just going to be the Corki here for Super. Tends to see junglers relatively early, but it's Aurora coming out.
I mean, it is going to be a flex, right? You can put it mid or top. I think we've seen Mirwin play it a few times, not this year, but in years past.
Oh, I have full faith in Miri. Like,
Yeah.
It very much feels like it's within his wheelhouse. Perhaps as a deterrent to the Cassante.
I think it's not good at the Cassandra though. Or it's like, it's whatever.
I mean, it definitely is good into Cassandra.
Yeah,
just
but
to
it's
be
not like,
yeah.
it's not like,
But you don't outscale Cassandra.
yeah, Cassandra's fine into it, is more what I mean.
Yeah.
Mirwin actually has 3 times as many games on Aurora as Jojo. Jojo has 3 games on it all time, and Mirwin has 10.
Oh, wow. What's his win rate?
Jojo's is 1 of 3.
Okay.
Mirwin's 50%.
Okay.
Both of them under their career win rate.
Not the numbers you'd maybe hope to try to make the reverse sweep happen here. It's going to be the Lulu locked in for LeBron. They have a Yunara-Lulu combo with the front line and the top lane.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, gentlemen. I really like the foundation that G2 have in contrast to Koi.
It's a very solid foundation.
Like, I feel like Aurora Blind is a very risky thing to do. I think she really suffers from range. and I think that you have to have a lot of enablers. I think Rakan is a nice idea, but how do you both feel about Rakan into Lulu both in lane and later into the game?
Yeah, it kind of sucks. You ever jump in, a wild growth on your target immediately knocks you out of your knockup. Polymorph as well is really painful. However, Aurora goes between worlds, jumps onto the back line. You charm E onto her through the entire enemy team in a magical fairy dreamland that I'm currently living in. It's a perfect engage.
Well, there's that Aatrox we briefly discussed. Poppy gonna go away as well.
I think we're gonna kind of see a repeat of game 1. With G2, we'll be trying to continue building this kind of disengaged comp that can handle MKOI's dive, while MKOI, they're gonna be looking to just double down and try to have more threats for G2's carries here. And you see MKOI, they're banning out the Aatrox, which really thrives into having champs coming into it, and they're banning out the Poppy, a really good disengaged champion.
Is this a Volibear angle for Skumond?
Maybe? I don't know. I feel like Volibear jungle, I haven't seen it in so long.
No, I know.
I think it was more like a top lane champ these days.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's more so that I'm just thinking about if you need an engage, what options do you have? Well, I was looking at Elyoya's champions as well, and I looked at the Jace, but I didn't think it would make a lot of sense here.
They're kind of pivoting, trying to play more range now with Jace Corki.
But then I don't like Aurora, because I feel like Corki plus Jace do have a lot of poke, but Aurora, she's like... Short range is obviously a relative term, but depending on what the enemy mid matchup is, she can really struggle at actually getting in range to do decent poke.
She can kind of be like the finisher, like you poke them down and then Aurora tries to finish them off. I do agree with you, Betty, that I'm not the biggest fan, as it looks like G2 will go for the old, tried and tested Ahri Wukong that we've been seeing quite a bit. Ahri sets up Wukong really nice. They can both dive really deep. It doesn't have that kind of disengage, but I think it's a nice pivot after Elyoya locks in the Jace.
So where is the Aurora going is the question. Is it going to be used into the K'Sante, or does Koi have something else in mind?
How do you shut down the Ahri if you're going to pivot this Aurora? Is it something like the Cass? It works well into the Yanara and into the Wukong?
I mean, Cassio is very good into Ahri. She really struggles to trade in lane, and like, if you ever use Q on the wave, Cassio then has nothing to be afraid of. You will just always out-trade her.
This MKOI comp, isn't it so difficult to play? You're playing Rakan with no front line. Like, I always think of Rakan as like, it's great follow-up, but it's kind of torture to engage solo, especially when you're up against K'Sante, Wukong, Lulu, and you just have nobody that goes in first. It needs to be, I feel like, the only real win con I see for MKOI is either Jojo or Mirwin getting a huge lead, and then they can just generate so much pressure in fights that they kind of 1v9.
Is there also the argument that you could just play full back foot? Say, we'll poke you out. Obviously, the K'Sante is going to be difficult to do that with, and Wukong has the clone. But we'll poke you out, and then when you engage, Rakan is used as also a pseudo-disengage tool in that regard?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too confident. It could work. But I mean, I think if Rakan doesn't have to go in solo,
if Skumond goes too deep, there's definitely a world where I see Rakan heals that off nicely. But I feel like if Skumond goes for a little flank, Caps plays the engage pretty well. G2 don't need to like fully commit in such a way that it's easy for MKOI to play. And I think Jojo, I need to see him really have a fantastic game, because I do think if he gets ahead, then he can kind of be the bucket holder, as we talked about before, because he can be the tank, he can be the front line, he can be the space creator and the DPS.
Let's get into game 3 of this best of 5. G2 looking for their 10th final in a row. MKOI looking to get their 3rd, slowly beginning a little bit of a legacy here in the LEC. There's a couple of wins under their name. Let's see if they can put G2 down into the lower brackets.
I mean, we've heard conversations around MKOI when their expectations are to be competing internationally. That is where they set their sights. And personally, I never like those conversations, because I think that your focus, like, it devalues what it means to win domestically, but also I think it kind of takes for granted the level of the domestic competition. And I think that what we're seeing right now is like, it's also just very high expectations to then come in and just comfortably be better than everyone else. And right now we are seeing these silly mistakes that Melzet continues to put pressure on them about, and it's understandable why he gets so infuriated by them, because the ceiling of this team often feels so high, but then these silly mistakes are often what cost them very big games.
I mean, I'm torn on it, because as a former pro, I always had it in my head, like, the reason and everything that motivated me was that one day to win Worlds, you know? It's like the dream. I think you always need to have a dream that pushes you to reach those ambitions and goals, but you also need to, like, take it one step at a time.
Right.
And for me, I think sometimes it can kind of feel like nearly like an excuse, like it's fine if we're bad right now, because at the end of the day, we have this larger reaching goal that we're going towards. And I think there's a healthy way of doing it, and then there's also just kind of this feeling of underestimating your opposition, because we're gonna Worlds is the main focus. So I agree with you, Ben.
It's the sort of, we excuse mistakes now because we are scaling up.
Well, I can tell you now, Nelson is not excusing anything.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
He is.
100%.
Yeah, that man is holding his team to a very high standard, and they're going to need to deliver to bring about a reverse sweep. So we did talk about this Aurora versus K'Sante matchup. Early on, it is horrible for the K'Sante. Aurora is such a good lane bully. I do often prefer seeing her in top lane.
Oh my god! Caps just hits him with the flash charm.
I mean, that's revenge for game one. TP's in front of his face, and then Caps finally gets to put the doubters to bed.
And that's why he didn't mention his name. He was asked about the best mid laners. He said Yahoo, he said Hobie, but Jojo was not on the list.
Oh my goodness. And this is such a difficult matchup for Ahri. He's been dodging those cues very well. I want to get a replay back, see if he does the E flash, because that's what it felt like he did initially to channel it up.
Elioya here going to keep Broken Blade in lane. Broken Blade, though, healed up a ton with that Doran shield. Jojo did TP back, the charm going out. Yeah, it's not great at all. That lane not in a good position at all for Caps right now.
Well, let's see the replay here. So it starts with...
So the mana's quite low for Jojo. He uses everything, and then Caps realizes, hang on a second. Oh, flash into E. Yeah. Beautifully done.
Oh, but great from Jojo with revenge!
I mean, this mid lane matchup, it's delivering.
So,
Jojo.
This is way better for Jojo.
Yeah.
Because you lose an entire wave if you're Caps, and the reason why Jojo could make that play was because, of course, Caps committed the flash in the previous play, but now Jojo gets all this extra XP, and you can see now there's about a 25% level advantage in favor of Jojo. So the gold now neutralized, but overall, Jojo, he's a happy man.
And one thing that we didn't touch on, I just noticed now, Mirwin is running the PTA. So really opting to go for this hard lane bullied style, and it has resulted in him already having a 300 gold lead and around 2 waves lead. And I think that's a big reason, because in my head I thought the K'Sante, yeah, it's a bad match against the Aurora, but it wouldn't be such a struggle. But I think with that PTA, Mirwin has been able to just pretty much auto Broken Blade down and make his life really, really hard.
Using that passive, the Spirit Abjuration as well, stacking up from your auto attacks on enemy champions to a bunch of max HP damage.
And so, coming into this game, I kind of had this mental idea of, okay, you know what, I've been wrong about drafts many times throughout my career, and I'm open to being wrong about this one from Koi. While we have our doubts, I'm open to learning and seeing ways in which it can work. I might have to hold my breath here as both supports have made their way into mid lane. Alvaro.
Ground entrance in from Alvaro, Battle Dance out, Elioya still looking for that flank position. Caps on the right side of the wall for a accelerated shot blast. Noxus Blast going to hit. Jojo, though, still slow. Caps still chunked out by Asma down. Force Caps and Labrov just to respect.
This wave is so bad. So if Jojo and Alvaro can just hold this wave, force Caps to recall, the CS lead in mid will continue growing for Jojo. You can see that Caps really doesn't want to recall. But now he's so chunked, if Jojo's able to land a Q.
Jojo also about to hit 6. I think one more minion is enough. Labrov coming across. There we are. Jojo gets the Petrifying Gaze.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Caps hits 6 himself. Charm dodged by Jojo. Walks back to the lane.
Oh, I like watching these two mid laners fight. You can see that they are not wasting any time trying to fight. That wave is in a really horrible spot for Caps still. But yeah, so the reason why I brought up that conversation about draft is because right now what we know is Koi have winning this matchup, and they have winning top. And of course, Jojo dying 1v1 is not ideal, but he rectified the situation by getting a 1v1 back.
Polymorph going to get forced to flash away. Accelerated shot blast is going to land though, and now Super has a flank position. Heal coming out to try and get the extra movement speed. Valkyrie, Labrov flashes away from the ground entrance and shields himself with the help picks to get himself out alive. G2 escaped the clutches, but with a phosphorus bomb. Super puts Labrov in the dirt.
And Elyoya and Supa there able to start that fight. Elyoya kind of baits them in with Supa being able to move, and alongside Jojo, since Caps was in the base, that was what sealed the deal and allowed Emperor to run them down and pick up that kill on LeBron. There's now forward fighting in mid.
Caps dodges the Petrifying Gaze. Skewmon looking to get in here as well. Still only level 5. Will hit 6 off 2 minions. Gets there, but Alvaro is in there in time to defend Jojo. Caps doesn't want to use another Spirit Rush forward. See what G2 were thinking. Needed a couple of minions to die in the way for Skewmon to get towards that Cyclone.
I mean, a lot of this series has been about bot lane, and I'm glad that we're finally getting to make it about mid, because both of these mid laners are hungry for that action. Jojo not connecting the ulti, opened up a window for G2 to try and find a play. Caps, his hit rate on the charms hasn't been the highest this game, but it looks like G2's looking for more.
Skewmon going in with a Cyclone onto Elyoya. Second Cyclone with the decoy takes the kill. And Skewmon says it can be about mid lane if you want it to be, but I've been running the Rift in the first 2 games. I'll take out Elyoya.
I mean, Skewmon, he knew Elyoya didn't have the flash, and he jumps on the opportunity. He gets him with the Cyclone. There's more trades happening around mid. I mean, this game, there is no relaxation here. It just keeps going.
In towards the bottom side onto Hans Summer. Super doesn't have the flash orders. Alvaro help takes shield barrier out from Hans Summer as well. Super and Alvaro forced back to their tower. Caps low. Jojo has enough for a Noxious Blast on the Twin Fangs. Skewmon's coming in from the side. This charm connects. Skewmon dashes in with an Nimbus Strike. Accelerated Shock Blast. Flash forward. Knock back. Elyoya here in time to save his Canadian mid.
Neither of the teams want to give an inch here, as now Elyoya back in the mid lane, backs Jojo up, and we can see that Jojo is continuing to get the upper hand on Caps here, as he's able to crash the wave and pick up a kill on Skewmon, and that's going to be 3 grubs going over to Amsboy.
Elyoya with fantastic timing. I mean, I was worried that Jojo was going way too deep, not respecting enemy jungle, but he had full faith that his jungler would come at just the right time. The hammer knockback, because Skewmon, he tried to read the play. He was like, okay, Jojo might be able to get away from me. If I flash in front of him, I can land one more auto attack. Then the hammer wanted to push him away. Created enough space that Skewmon couldn't actually land that last auto, meaning that Koi is able to come out ahead. I mean, it's crazy to think that there's only been 5 kills in this game. Like, the damage dealt must be crazy already.
Yeah, I mean, very 3rd time's the charm. Let's hear the draft point.
Do you want me to bring the Skewmon down? Petrifying Gaze coming out, Miasma down. Spirit Rush from Caps is available, but he dashes away from the Grand Entrance, and now Skewmon's here in time to make the play. A polymorph, the dash back in, Jojo gets the kill, Skewmon gets one in response. Supports and junglers facing off in the mid lane now, with both the mid laners have been sent to an early grave. Good accelerated shot whilst from Elyoya will chunk out Skewmon.
All right, gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club. The only rules of Fight Club is that it has to be in mid lane and only 3 people are allowed at a time.
And we have to talk about it.
My goodness. It is Jojo that finds a kill. Supa now fighting against Hans Summer. The AD carries don't want to be left out of the action just yet, but Alvaro
can come in. Hans Summer uses the ultimate, can use those Kanmei steps to dash away.
But this game, every time someone is on the same screen, there's an all-in. As Elyoya uses the mid-fight to now pick up that Hextech Drake. As we go into the replay, it starts with Jojo flash ulting forward, doesn't get the Petrifying Gaze, but Caps is being ran down. He gets the ultimate. Then Caps wants to continue the play, so he dashes forward.
Yeah, that was a
Jojo
mistake.
gets the Q, takes him down, so it turns into a 1-for-1.
Yeah, Caps was way too greedy with that. He should have just kept his distance. He thought that with the polymorph duration, maybe he could get in, land a charm, make it impossible for Jojo to actually move. But Jojo was able to come back out of the polymorph just in time in order to get that kill back. 2-2-1 the scoreline of Jojo. Still has a 400 gold lead. Has about a 2-wave advantage in that matchup as well. Top lane, okay, they're there. Neophen has built up a very healthy lead, but supports are back in mid lane. Junglers are hovering around the area as well.
It's the but before that supports are back in mid lane. It's obvious, I bet supports will always be back in mid lane in this game. Drake up in 4 minutes time, a long time before we have to play around it. No real objectives on the map apart from the blood of your enemies. Someone goes in with the barrier.
The fights don't even make sense. They see each other on the screen and they walk the fight.
Alvaro and Elyoya able to catch out Lebrov. The quickness in, the Lulu down. Elyoya gets his 2nd of the game. And now Hans Summer needs to retreat, but the chase can continue from Alvaro. Petrifying Gaze there from Jojo. Hans Summer underneath the tower, surviving for now, but now with a wave coming in, not really too much he can do in this situation. Trading blows with Elyoya, who'll get his 3rd.
Oh, and the top lane as well.
And Mirwin goes between worlds, dashes away. Broken Blade used the all-out as well. The two-fold hex for Mirwin for a little bit more damage on the K'Sante as he tries to retreat, dodges the weirding, and will heal himself up a little bit with that refillable.
But that's not a moment to breathe here.
So,
Skummon's looking for mid.
Looking up mid.
Jojo, no flash.
He's respecting it though, he's cautious. Lavrov once again in the mid lane, but here comes the cavalry from Koi.
Good damage onto Caps. That's a Yunus with a pickaxe and a longsword for Elioya. And this is, I like the idea of going through these aggressive skirmishes because we said MKOI would struggle to find engages. If your poke is strong enough, you don't actually really need to find those engages. Everyone is half HP, and as we talked about in draft, you can use Mirwin as a little bit of a finisher.
I mean, my whole draft point was that Koi have winning lanes, in both in top and in mid. And I mean, credit to Koi, they're playing through mid very well. They are constantly finding skirmishes that go their way. They're finding successful picks. And you look at the bottom of your screen, individually, there's no significant gold advantage, but collectively, Koi have advantages across the board, and it's netting them an overall 2k gold lead. Koi find themselves in a fantastic position early on. The role quest now starting to be complete for Koi, and remember, those early kills, those early assists, rapidly contribute to the completion of those quests as well.
Yeah, and Koi decided to put Mirwin bot very early here.
I mean, it's probably because of his role quest completion.
Yeah, but it does delay Super quite a bit. I think maybe it's partially because of Broken Blade itemizing so heavily into the MR that Super is just like killing it. But I don't know if this is actually good.
Also get Super a little bit of experience by himself. As you can see, Alvaro is down towards that bottom side, so not sure how effective it will be, but it's the decision that MKOI have made as Skumon looks towards mid lane once again. Both the supports passing out there. Next main objective, the Rift Herald or the Drake up in about a minute 40. Alvaro going for the engage. Spirit Rush out. Quickness used by Alvaro. Already has that Zeke's convergence complete.
That was kind of insane reaction times from Caps. It felt like that he could...
Jojo. Oh, dodges the charm, the flash polymorph, but three-man petrifying gaze! And Lavrov will feel the sting of the twin bangs from Jojo. Skumon goes back in with a cyclone, looking for the damage on Jojo, and they just about have it. A one-for-one in the exchange. Caps had to blast the knock-up. Alvaro almost dying. Just surviving. TP to the top side from Mirwin.
Jojo in this game is doing so much. We said it in the draft that Jojo needs to have an amazing performance to put MKOI on his back, and he's having just that. The three-man petrifying gaze. Now Mirwin in the top side here, gonna pick up some plates with Matt. Jojo, what a game on Cassio.
I mean, this is how I envision most scrims go.
Yeah, this is how scrims go.
This is a great demonstration of what happens behind the scenes, and I mean, we devolve into chaos. Initial engage. So look, Caps predicts the ulti from Alvaro the second he spots Elioya, so he preemptively uses his ulti. Having 2 charges left means that he then goes in, the charm goes wide, 3-man petrifying gaze, the shock blast from Elioya to set up onto Lavrov, and then it becomes a chase down. And Caps is able to get 1 back at the very least, but it's another 2 kills going the way of Koi.
Skumon using his flash there as well. Try and get into Jojo on the backline. A 1.1k lead for Elioya. The charm going to stop the quickness here from Alvaro, who does go back in with the grand entrance, but Caps has to use the Spirit Rush to dodge away. Alvaro spending so much time around this mid lane. Hun Summit, the only bit of blue in the gold leads towards the bottom, has had a little bit more support from Lavrov than Super has had from Alvaro.
Jojo feels kind of like a raid boss. I don't know, whenever I see him on my screen, I'm worried for Caps' thing. Even though the gold lead is only like 100, pretty much nothing, he still has so good control of this mid lane here. As you can see, Caps is struggling to even farm.
I mean, this is a really horrible matchup for Ahri. Not only do you lose in terms of health just because of usual itemization, but also just, it's a DPS champ versus a burst champ.
Yeah.
And so if any components of that burst don't connect, then the DPS champ will win. But on top of that, even approaching the wave, you're leaving yourself susceptible to getting poisoned and then run down.
Nice buffer on the weirding there to get out of the Q3. Skumon, though, still looking good. Prediction from Alvaro to get that grand entrance knock-up on Skumon.
A big bounce-back game for Alvaro for sure after he got caught so many times in Game 2. Right now, there's a lot of fight over vision. The dragon is alive. Skumon testing the waters. Looks like nothing too much is going to come off the back of it, though. My goodness, what an exciting Game 3. Both of these teams battling blow for blow, but it is Koi that is consistently coming out ahead. The Dragon being started off. Here comes Caps from mid.
He's got to be aware that this could be happening as the Bob's almost caught out. The Cyclone going in. Jojo gets the Petrifying Gaze onto Caps, but he's going to fall before they can do too much more. A quickness out of Alvaro, just shoots and retreat rather than attack, and Caps getting the resets on the Spirit Rush. Almost catches Elioya with the charm. Hansama steps forward now. His turn to do the damage onto MKoi. They don't want to let Elioya and Super escape. Super trying to get out the Phosphorus Bomb down, but Skumon should be able to chase him out even with the barrier. Meanwhile, underneath the tower, a Polymorph enough to make it for the G2.
Just like that, 8 to 8 in kills. G2 find a huge fight in the river that Koi was not ready for. A quick collapse, a quick engage, G2 pick up 4 kills.
And G2 strike back here, and it's all of the engage of Skumon. Even though he doesn't have vision, he knows that they're there, so he's walking up, immediately goes in, and they're able to pick up Jojo so fast, and Supa's not actually able to join the fight. Hansama has the first move, Supa has to walk around, and I thought that Elioya and Supa would be fine here, but they choose to split up, because Elioya wants to stay under tower while Supa goes up. And I think if they tried to stay together, maybe they could have traded 1 kill at least back. But G2, they play both fronts well, and they pick up 4 kills.
And a tower in the bottom lane as well.
And a gold lead.
And a Drake.
That was a 3k gold swing off that singular fight.
It's another situation where a single moment swings the whole game. Koi did so much in terms of building up their lead, finding good skirmishes. But the thing is, I don't think that that was inherently a mistake from Koi. It just felt like that G2 had such a clear game plan of how they wanted to approach it. It was Koi that was setting up the trap onto G2, but it was G2 that ended up springing it and finding themselves all those kills.
I think that's the difficulties of this Koi comp. You saw that Elioya got some poke onto Lebrov, but they really need to execute the fights better than G2, or they need to get a huge amount of poke down to disallow Skumon from really getting any sort of engage. Because if G2 can just have a normal team fight where Caps lands a charm, Skumon gets the Cyclone, it's easy pickings for G2.
And we're seeing another situation where this is pretty consistent for Hansama. He'll stay even with his opposing AZ carry, and the moment that his team gets a lead, look at that massive swing in gold. 1.2k gold lead, the advantage for him. 2 items completed on this Yunara. He's got a Lulu at his back.
With the Ardent Sensor.
With the Ardent Sensor as well. So, I mean, G2 now find themselves in a very scary position once again.
It's going to be hard for MKoi to fight back from here, but I've managed to get 2 items on Elioya, who still holds almost 1,000 gold lead, as is Mirwin. Yet to get that second item. Elioya's done a bit of dentistry, stolen a fang out of Jojo's mouth, has the Serpents as their second item, with the Last Whisper alongside it. For Jojo, trying to get up towards that second item himself, but Caps Lichbane Malignance already complete. 300 bolts Kraken Slayer for Hansama. You can see like Jojo's been put in a side lane to try and deal with Broken Blade, but Broken Blade with the Kaenic Rukun and extra magic resist on top of it is able to survive. Caps just gets out, and now Skumon's going to jump onto Mirwin. No Between Worlds, no flash on the Aurora.
Don't do it.
Can try and go across the veil, but unable to escape the clutches of the Cyclone. Pulled in to the eye of the storm as Skumon claims his 4.
Caps was really thinking about going back in to see if he could get that kill. Mirwin coming so close to securing that kill, but it's another pick going the way of G2. And it feels like the game is quickly slipping out of the hands of Koi. The early game, even though it was chaotic, it did feel like it was in their control. They were the ones determining how these skirmishes would go. But now the game feels as though it is G2 dictating the pace. 2 minutes until Dragon. There is the Baron alive. I don't expect that to be the next objective. These outer towers likely going to be what G2 is focusing on.
And the problem is that MKoi are kind of fumbling with the stronger pieces. They're fighting around Jojo that had a big lead on Caps, and they still lost. Mirwin, who was level 14 to Caps level 12 there, nearly solo killed them. Still, it's Skumon that's there first, so Mirwin ends up falling now and losing a little bit of that lead that he had on Broken Blade. And just these cumulative leads that G2 are claiming back is allowing them to have control of the map as you see Caps take that top tower, push it out, and now move to mid.
1.5k gold lead for the Ahri. Remember how dominant Jojo was in the mid lane matchup. Once you free that Ahri up to move around to these side lanes, she becomes a lot more confident mid lane.
Along.
Gorgeous Valkyrie away. G2 eyes set on the tower. Still have the Rift Herald in pocket as well for Skumon.
3 towers to 0 right now for G2. Koi, how do they find ways back into this game? Well, this will be a nice advantage picked up for Mirwin. He'll secure that top tower. Grubs will finish that one off. Against Caps in the side lane, he still has a 2-level lead for now. He'll definitely still win out in that matchup. And I guess I'm thinking about these team fights, and I'm just looking at that build for Broken Blade. He is 0-0-0 in this game, but I'm telling you right now that if they were to play 5v5, he would become a very difficult wall to move.
Kanik Rukun and the Jack Show, so powerful in these positions. You need to try and work your way around him. That's what Mirwin's doing in the mid lane. Looking for LeBron, good damage to the Lulu, but Whimsy's herself and is able to dodge away in time.
LeBron now has the base. Oh, Skewmon. I mean, G2, I think they'll have to concede this Drake just due to Mirwin's chunk here onto LeBron.
Nice poke coming through from Koi. These are the type of plays that Koi definitely need to be making. It'll give them priority around that bot river. Jojo's going to push out an extra wave as well. And Caps is heading top. He does have the TP if they want to try and contest, but it looks like they're quite happy giving up this third one.
It's only the second Drake for MKoi, third Drake of the game, as you say, Betty. So no soul point, no real threat. Can just accept, you know, yeah, LeBron got a little poked out. That's okay.
Yeah, as you say, Mehdi, it's not the end of the world for G2, but we can kind of see how MKoi wants to play. Mirwin, Elyoya Supa, any of these champions, they're capable of doing a lot of bursts.
Oh, Mirwin can look like some here. The quickness used onto Mirwin. There's two atomized. Immediately deleted, and now Skewmon and Caps are being collapsed on.
A beautiful pick from Koi. A small positioning error from G2 quickly converts into 2 kills. Alvaro in a position to try and shepherd G2 into maybe another pick, because Baron could be a possibility.
Yeah, MKoi, they want more. They want to play for this Nash here. Alvaro putting vision, trying to spot Skewmon. They're going to start up the Nash. Skewmon does have the flash, he does have the smite, but he has no vision. Caps is TPing in.
Caps is going to walk forward. Broken Blade there as well with the teleport.
Oh,
a 3v5. Mirwin trying to get in with the weirding. Elyoya down to half HP. Super tanking the Baron for now. It's 6,000. The Cyclone going in. The Petrifying Gaze is going to buy one, but with the all-out, they manage to kill off Elyoya. Caps dashing around with the Spear Rush. It's 2 for naught for the 3v5. Broken Blade dashing away, shielding Skewmon, flashes the wall. Caps looking for Super, flashes into himself and still has the stopwatch. 3 for Nail and a 3v5. Make it 4. Jojo able to survive, but LeBron is here. Jojo can chase out Jojo, the polymorph. Hunsummer here in time. The Baron does the dirty work for G2 as they clean up the fight.
This was a 3 versus 5. But Cap, Skewmon, and Broken Blade, they saved the game for G2. As we watch the fight back here, it's such a good combo from Skewmon. Jojo is doing so much damage, he's trying his best. And Supa is left in the side, he can't join the fight, and Caps just outplays him.
I mean, Jojo does as much as he can in the fight. He gets a good Petrifying Gaze onto the 2 engaged members, but it's just not enough. Skewmon, I do not know what he ate for breakfast this morning, but he needs to be eating it every day that he comes and plays on stage, because what a monster series it has been from him. Labrov and Hanshammer eventually rejoin the fight. 4 members drop on the side of Koi. They take Skewmon out in exchange, but the Baron is stopped, and G2 win another big fight.
What I love about that from G2 is that a lot of times when you're... Oh, wait, I might not even be able to speak here as Broken Blade is just walking forward.
Red Boss is going down.
He had to walk forward over the Miasma to be able to dash back with the Pathmaker. Is able to survive. Talked about it very, very difficult to kill, even if you have a lot of free time.
I mean, what we know for certain is Koi has the damage. What they don't have, really, is the utility. You think about the amount of CC that actually exists on the side of G2, the pushback that can come through from K'Sante, the knockup from Wukong, the charm from Ahri, and then the polymorph on top of the knockup from Lulu. I feel like it's these tools that really are the difference maker in these very close fights.
The lack of CC is what's making MKOI's comp hard to play. As G2 are trying to get full control of this top side here. Oh, Jojo might be caught.
Jojo
does have the teleport. With the Shurelias there for the movement speed, G2 begins to collapse on the cast. TP out early doors. The Cyclone there in time. Extra movement speed from it. Force Skewmon gets him in range, and Jojo will fall.
And now it's MKOI that need to try to contest this Nash 4v5 potentially. but BB did get really chunked on mid here. Maybe that dissuades G2 from trying to start the Nash.
It's a scary Nash to do against this much poke and this much damage. Skumond already brought down to about 60% HP.
Control Wall will have been spotted there by Alvaro. They know that Caps is waiting. Spirit Rush, Alvaro dancing to his teammates, dodges away from the charm.
I think with that, there's not going to be any Nash on the cards. And both teams.
Mirwin,
Mirwin,
the charm! He went between the veil, went invis, and the charm still lands. Caps finding his man, looks for Alvaro as well, who has the grand entrance as an exit. And G2 still caught off the Baron for now.
They don't want to run the risk of starting off the Baron with Jojo back on the map, especially with Dragon in 50 seconds. They don't want to allow Koi to go on a sole point, but this could be a win condition for Koi. The gold, yes, it is in favor of G2, but it's not insurmountable just yet. They are still behind in items, of course, but if they can stall this game out, being able to play for Soul, being able to get towards those later game items could be Koi's avenue back into this game.
G2 looking to get control here. I mean, MKoi trying to face check. So difficult for them. Alvaro's too squishy. There's not really anybody that can tank G2's engage. So with G2 having full control here, MKoi really need to land some crucial poke if they are to try to retake.
Super thinking if he can step up. The answer's no. To look for the Valkyrie out, but still can't escape. Caps gets the kill. Now 7-2-5 on this RE. A 3k gold lead for him as he looks to chase down Alvaro.
Caps, does he land the charm? He gets it onto Alvaro, but he's still quite tanky. He's going to be forced to burn the ulti, but that's going to be a Nash start from G2. It's a 4 versus 5. MKoi needs to try to find the same miracle energy
Eyes
that
on
G2 had.
Jojo.
Jojo putting the fangs into Broken Blade. Hans Sama down to half HP. Alvaro forced towards the top of the fight. Caps are looking to be that bouncer. Mirwin jumps in. Caps chasing Alvaro out. Mirwin flashes the wall. The charm does not connect. Caps goes golden. Elioa misses the shot blast. The Baron secured for G2 as they keep MKoi at bay. The flash forward from Caps. Going in with the Foxfire onto Alvaro there, but Mirwin pops it between worlds and is able to escape himself. The Drake is up. Broken Blade's gonna face Jack. Dodges the petrifying gaze.
He laughs at him.
Oh my
the
god.
top father making sons of MKoi.
He even spams the laugh emote. He's got a bit of a stretch on the camera as well. Broken Blade, just with a straight up hard outplay, adding insult to injury. Elioya forced to run away. G2 with the Baron turn their attention towards the Dragon, and Koi are quickly running out of options.
And Koi now without the petrifying gaze, it's so difficult. That was their one piece of CC. They really needed to try to dissuade this Nasher siege. G2, they won't just be looking for tier 2s, they're going to be looking for inhibitors. They're going to be looking to seal the deal on this game 3.
Still 4 waves left on this Baron buff. A little bit more than that, in fact, as G2 push through mid and bot. We've seen this in 3 out of 3 games. Not yet on those inhibitor towers, but have the cannon minion here and another wave on its way to continue the advance. Jojo sitting on 2 items, Seraphs and the Rod of Ages. Pretty tanky, but doesn't have as much damage output as he'd like. Mirwin the one to be dealing with Caps in this mid lane, but Caps continues to use the minions to his advantage to chip away at that inhibitor tower. Skumon stepping forward. Hun summoned that. Flash petrifying gaze into the quickness. Does manage to get the double charm and the double knockup, but Skumon goes onto the backline immediately. And with the Cyclone and the decoy, he manages to get himself to safety. MKoi looked for the engage. They pulled the trigger, but they couldn't find the kill.
Both sides walk away battered and bruised, but that was a 4v5. Caps in the mid lane secures a tower.
All out onto Mirwin. Broken Blade looking for the 1v1. Basically a solo bolo as he pulls Mirwin away from his team, gets the kill. And because of that, G2 can step up on the bot side.
And Hans Sama has the healing with the Vamp Scepter. G2, they want to keep it going. Caps might look to TP back. Maybe they even want to try to end the game here.
Mirwin up in 40. No petrifying gaze, no quickness. Still flashes available for Super, Elioya and Alvaro, but MKoi definitely on the ropes. Reeling from the G2 onslaught, Miasma down to stop Caps going for an advance. Does have that Spirit Rush. G2 for the moment seems settled on double in him if they can. 20 seconds on Mirwin.
Caps will look for one more play maybe. Unless they want to take the safer route, they don't want to risk it. But still, it's going to be 2 inhibitors for G2, and hope is low for MKoi. They need a miracle to get back in this game. So all G2 now need to do is get control of this top side, play for the tier 2. Skumon should be completely fine here.
He can just run away from this, or he can run back in.
Goes back in, uses the Cyclone. Caps is on his way with a Spirit Rush 2, takes the Scuttle Crab for Elyoya at least, but the GA pops. Flash Charm immediately with the Zeke's the Weirding, not enough to kill off Caps. He'll Spirit Rush out between worlds, doesn't quite clip Skumon's heels. So Mirwin unable to find the damage in the end. The Weirding again on Caps with an accelerated Shock Blast. G2 just made it out of their base. And Caps will be very rapidly returning.
Okay, we've sung the praises of Skumon this series, but he cost himself a flash and a GA, his support's flash, and he almost got Caps killed, all for a Scuttle Crab, which he didn't even get, by the way.
Yeah, he got a little bit too over-eager there. Thought he could try to end the game if he got some kills. And it is going to be some sums, as you said, Vetty, but still not quite the miracle that MKOI were looking for. Maybe a chance of hope in their eyes, but they really need either a crazy Jojo Pion ultimate or a really good poke.
I mean, KOI have shown moments of brilliance throughout this series, and they're going to have to show us one in order to keep their hopes alive in this game. A pick, a steal, something. They will need to find it to bring us to the possibility of a reverse sweep, to even bring us the possibility of KOI standing a fighting chance throughout the rest of this game. G2 have turned their attention to the top tier 2 tower.
They know Jojo's in the bot lane. He was holding off on pushing out that wave, but needs the gold. Still only to get 2.5 items as Skumon looks for the Cyclone, gets the double knockup. Charm coming out as well as Alvaro dives back in. Skumon will fall for this. Super caught out there with the all-out, and he'll go down as well. A 2-for-1 so far in the exchange. Jojo coming back to base rapidly, but is it going to be quick enough to save this inhibitor tower? G2 with 4, MKOI only with 3. They back away. The inhib tower chipped away. Has 2 plates left on it. Hans Sama still relatively untouched as he steps in on this Yanara.
The super minions are a little bit broken up. You can see after pushing out that bot wave, very far away from actually creating any pressure. Mid wave has been caught by the Aurora. 4 members now once again from G2 in top lane.
You do need to be careful. Alvaro's up in 5 seconds. If they overstay here, MKOI could try to run them down.
50 seconds on the Baron. I think this is a wise call from G2. They need to go back to base, reset, get that HP up, replenish wards. They can afford to lose the Dragon. Really, that Baron is what they need in order to close this game out. Soul is still a ways away.
Jojo finishes his 3rd item, a Cosmic Drive. There's 4 on Elyoya. The poke, if it connects on Caps, Hans Sama, all abroad, will be pretty powerful. Have another look at this play under the tower. Skumon looking for the Cyclone, but a good flash from Super gets him out.
Yeah, it's a very heavy commitment from G2. Alvaro is still able to connect the charm onto Skumon, which allows for KOI to get the trade back. Super, I mean, he just gets hard CC'd by Broken Blade. There's little he can do to get out of that situation. 2-for-1, Dragon respawns. G2 turn their attention to it. As we said, they'd have to wait another 5 minutes before really threatening the Soul. I think this game will end before we get to that point, unless KOI can steal away this Baron. Now back out onto the map. Vision will be denied. KOI doing what they can to enter that topside jungle as G2 look to suffocate their vision.
Yeah, G2, they just want to hold control here and make sure that MKOI have no chance of entry. As long as Elyoya can't enter the pit, Hans Sama and Skumon can just two-man it here, yeah.
Gonna start it up.
Well, difficult. Elyoya needs to be creative here. Or MKOI needs to try to break the wall that is Broken Blade, with Caps off on the side.
3 fast site alterations available for MKOI. They can spot out the pit, but they don't really think that this is happening yet. Or if they do, they've already given up the ghost on it. G2 will be able to take the Baron. Double supers on the bot side. MKOI needs to clear out that wave pretty soon. The rest of them are not in the best spots for G2 to actually advance.
MKOI now, they need to try to find an engage immediately, because otherwise G2, they will just be running down your base with the super minions. With that Nash, those minions will do so much.
Importantly, mid lane inhibitor about to respawn. Bot lane as well, 30 seconds away. G2 aggregating around this mid lane inhib after just taking the top. GA still not back to Skumon. A few seconds at least left on that. MKOI now look to defend their bot lane inhib if they can. There is a super minion on its way through this bot lane. Good damage onto LeBron. That's half his health gone.
Jojo is who they're most afraid of. His ability to turn an entire fight with a good ulti is the thing that G2 has to respect. The poke is going to continue to come down. The charm connects.
Onto Super, no flash on him, has to get away. Uses the barrier. Jojo looking for the damage on the Broken Blade, but just doesn't have the itemization to get through that Cassante. Super will heal back up on the fountain. The first Nexus Tower down to half HP. Knocked back with the Q3. Broken Blade They catch out Elioya, but won't go for any more. Now the double supers here to help G2's advance. Mirwin going in, the quickness, but a great wild growth will knock up Alba as Skumon dives onto the backline with his Guardian Angel back up. Mirwin tried to go in, but he gets fell first. Jojo flashing away from Rogue's play, but low mana, and not really much you can do to save his base as G2 advance. Hunsummer taken out by Elioya. The last man standing over here, Jojo unable to get back, and Elioya can't find a way in. G2, for the 10th time in a row, will be going to finals as they 3-0 MCoy.
G2, they get their ticket to the finals. It was a dominant 3-0. Everybody on G2 stepped up today, but Skumon needs his praises for this series. Absolutely gapped Elioya today.
He absolutely did. A very impressive performance, very reminiscent of his performance in the summer finals. G2 came and they delivered. They have quelled all of the doubts. They've done exactly what they did last year, secured themselves another spot in the finals, and they look to take a bow as they will see us in Barcelona.
You can vote for one of them, your Kia player of the series. Vote Skumon, Capital, Hunsummer.
It's Skumon.
Are your options.
It is Skumon. He is your player of the series.
I mean, Caps also had a really good series. As did Hunsummer.
So, I mean, he had a good game 3, I feel. I feel like he was quite quiet in games 1 and 2. Like, don't get me wrong, he definitely did his job, but I mean,
I think Skumon is the...
I mean, yes, it is Skumon, but guys, we have to, present the other options as possibilities, you know?
Well, I mean, I will say, Koi, I'm a little frustrated just because I find that the thing I always say about Koi is it feels like that they have such exceptional potential.
You can see the potential.
You can
like,
see
I knew,
how
when
good
you
this
started
team
talking,
is.
I knew you were going to say potential, because you can see it.
Like the game 1, like the early game was so good, and I see it all the time, and like I genuinely think Jojo played incredibly well, but it wasn't enough. They did not show up today, and G2 with the 3-0 looked convincing.
Jack, do you want to do the toss?
We now have PBL with Shock, Strakos, the Rogue Blade, and the jungle goal for himself, Skumon.
Well done, Jack, and well done to G2 Esports. They booked their ticket directly to the grand final next week in Barcelona. Many would say business as usual. Is that correct, Broken Blade? Were people wrong to underestimate you before the playoffs?
I feel like it happens every year, and then we end up winning or going far. Last year we didn't win every split. This year we want to take it step by step because in last year's winter we didn't manage to win, and we want to change that. Obviously, that already starts from today. We have to go home and stay humble and practice a lot.
Something told me you were gonna say that. We have a graphic, I don't know if we're gonna show it now, but it's about G2's proficiency to get to those grand finals. Even if you don't win, you make so many of them, but you guys still want more. So Skumon, tell me about of course you weren't part of all of this, but that's okay. You're part of some of it. Definitely in Madrid last year, because you were MVP, I remember. Tell me a little bit about the hunger of yeah, showing everybody who's boss, really.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we really want this time around to win every finals we go for. Last year was like definitely unfortunate with like winter and spring, but I do think that we got a lot of takeaways from them. And yeah, going to another final in this LEC versus, I'm really looking forward to see what we can do, and also like on the big stage, it's going to be really fun. So I'm looking forward. Hopefully we'll get another win here.
Talk to me a little bit about the prep coming into today, because I think one thing that you guys did that was really cool is when we watched your KC series, I think it was Bison that you played with a lot of facilitators that gave you room, BB, to play more flashy champions like the Rumble, like the Gwen. Today we saw both sides of the coin. I saw you play the J4, trying to set other people up for success. I also saw the Zehen. How easy is it for you guys to like flex between these two styles, where we have a very active early game Skumon and maybe a J4 game, and a Zehen game where they're getting dragon, you're going for red buff, and you're kind of just playing for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think like it's all about like knowledge kinda, and like knowing our timings and like what kind of champs we have in our draft. And yeah, like as you mentioned, like when I have a Javan, I really have like way more room for like early games or like just being more active in general. But yeah, like the champs like Zain, for example, is like a bit slower, so you need to be really mindful about your tempo and like which player you're going for. But I still think we can play bad that game, so I don't think we should have gave all the drakes. Okay, it's all about like knowing this kind of stuff, and it comes from scrims, yeah, and stage, obviously.
I will ask, you know, often when we talk about G2, we talk about packs, right? Normal. right? But in this series, I feel like you were very much the main character. Oh, the trophy! Oh, it's fine. Oh my god. There would almost be no trophy for you to win. Ollie, we love you. Accidents do happen. So Skewmon, yeah, you were kind of like the main character. So I wonder, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to turn it off if I was you and had to play in a pro team. I'd be like, well, I don't want to be facilitator. I always just want to do what I did today. So, you know, maybe you want to do a play for the coaching staff or what? Or
how do you stay humble, I guess?
Yeah.
The ultimate question.
Yeah,
Same goes for you after like that Gwen game, because you guys all have had these moments where you pop off, and then there's a lot of games where you have to take a
BB's too humble now.
a
Let's
backseat.
then.
You're right.
Yeah.
BB's too PR trained. We gotta change that.
Yeah, man, I think like everybody, like that's what makes our team really good, is that everybody has their own angles to carry games, right? Like as you mentioned, Gwent with the BB with the Gwen, Caps usually most of the games anyways is just Caps. But yeah, it is like champs like Zion, for example, that are coming to jungle, definitely gives you way more like tools to just like be really strong on team fights. But yeah, like it just depends on the champ you play. Like for example, when Hans can play, I don't know, like maybe a Jhin, for example, he might be like a bit weaker and like not as flashy in team fights. But I really think that it just depends on like what you play. And I think we're aware of it, which makes it like nice. Like for example, if I'm playing Maokai, I'm obviously not gonna be 10-0, right? I'll just play for the team. So I think yeah, everybody's like really versatile, so that's very good.
It's a good spot to be in. Now, I have a question I kind of want to ask to BB, but Skewmon, if you have an opinion on this as well, I would love to hear it. Do you feel like other teams in the LEC are undervaluing domestic competition? Because I feel like every time we have an interview with any player, they're like, Worlds is the goal, Worlds is the goal, Worlds
Not
is the
just
goal.
Worlds, playing at Worlds and beating those
Playing
teams.
at Worlds, beating LCK teams, that's the goal. But I'm watching these teams barely make it to top 4. In the case of GX, I've seen you guys be in that role before. I've seen Casey and MCoy be in that role where they have these lofty ambitions, and then we see sometimes these lackluster domestic performances. So do you feel like there's a problem that we have in the LEC where teams aren't taking the domestic
I will give a
serious enough?
caveat because Kalis did say on PGL, he said, no, we're looking at one best of 5 at a time. We aren't, so I just want to make sure.
Which is good, yeah,
sure.
sure. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth,
Yeah.
but the general sentiment of people undervaluing, let's say, domestic competition.
I mean, at least this year, I feel like the domestic competition has been pretty strong. With teams like Na'Vi coming in, I think they have very, very good players, very strong rookies. For us, we also barely made it to playoffs. So for us, we are G2 and we always like to make it far, especially internationally. We want to go there every single year, right? But we also, again, like sometimes we also get reality checked by players who also are like rookies. So for us, it's just important to like stay on our feet. You know, I do think this year, at least for, like I saw one interview with Rilich where he said he's going to first stand, and it's a good ambition to have, but obviously winning EU first is important, right?
Yeah. Sure
for him.
BB, tell me a little bit about your new grind set, because we saw the Hotspawn article. Yeah, I'm just every lane, they gotta look out now. No more stuff, because Dracos had a point earlier, just to fill you in, where he said, usually in Europe, it doesn't matter if you have a counter pick in top lane, because maybe they'll get 400 gold up, maybe, and they won't do anything with it, and it really doesn't matter in Europe. And I was wondering if that inspired your quote. You have a
Just
caveat?
one caveat is, I was saying that Knock was doing it, you did it in the Gwen game versus Kana, but we saw yesterday, example, Maintra versus Lot, he got the Rumble, he got like 400 gold and nothing happened. And I do think for the most part in Europe, if you have a Sion and they get a counter pick, I still feel like the Sion 90% of the time is the better option. And is that a skill difference? Like, where does that come from?
And I do think that Sion is a strong blind, that's why people are blinding it. It's hard to punish a champ that also just is strong in lane and is a tank. But at the same time, like, for example, talking about Nako, I think he had a very good split, right? And he has been playing carries all his life. So he knows really well how to punish you, right? And even in the last game, I was playing K'Sante and I was probably down a lot of gold, you know.
A lot, yeah, like 1,000.
The Aurora is just very strong in lane, right? And for me, I just have to think about how do I minimize the damage, because I know I will outscale, right? And I think blind picking versus counter picking is there's like it's a skill, you know.
Sure.
But you also need the confidence to back that up. I was lacking that confidence at some time in my career. Let me tell you something. And you know, like you need confidence. You also need the trust from your teammates, right? Like when, like the Gwen, for example, knowing that if they did pick Sion, you cannot allow that. You know, you will punish it and stuff like this.
So are European top laners just pretty good at playing to neutralize these matchups, to make the most of these blind picks and not give up advantages? Or do you think that in general European top laners aren't strong enough to press these blind picks when they have counter pick?
I think it's the second one, so they are not strong enough. But also, yeah, I just think they are not strong enough.
That's tough.
Yet,
and yet is a good point, because I think we
Can they be by next week?
We'll see.
One week, it's a very short turnaround.
I mean,
like Skewmont, let me ask you a question. Can I ask a question right now?
Of course, go ahead, please.
You obviously have to trust in me to facilitate in that aspect of getting a lead when I have to counter pick, like Champions on Gwen, right?
Yeah, of course, I always trust you. I know that you are training these matchups as well, right? So like I know that you are confident on those matchups, but the most important thing is always yourself, right? So like if you're feeling it, I'll always trust you.
Aww.
Thank you.
That's really nice. And just settle it for us, the Rumble. Were you not allowed to play it? Did you not want to play it? Did you not feel comfortable on it? Because now you're really good on it.
The Rumble?
Yeah.
It's a story. It's a long story, you know. Like I think there was I thought I can play it, but I couldn't play it.
Oh.
But I was practicing it. Like it was still my most played in solo queue.
Yeah.
But this year I was like, okay, you know what? I'll put in the hours, put in the work, put in the sweat, put in the tears, you know, put in the talks. I was like, we need to play this champion, man. And then eventually we just played it, and it's looking quite promising, I would say.
I would say it's good, but so to be clear, like 2025 BB, the Rumble, Jake, wasn't that you didn't want to play it, it's that the coaching staff might have had to do some mental gymnastics to shut that particular option down.
It was both, you know. I wanted to play it, but I also wasn't the best at it. Like, I knew I wasn't the best at it, you know?
Sure. So in hindsight, do you think like looking back on BB of 2025, you weren't ready for the Rumble, but 2026 you clearly are.
You know, that's where like it's like fascinating, because that's how a man can change in such a short amount of time, and it's a beautiful message to you guys out there. What?
Exactly.
No, I mean, your ability to turn anything into like a chapter of a self-help book. When is the novel dropping, my guy? That's what I got to know.
I was actually thinking about writing a book.
Do it, man.
About my life. But
Skewmont believes in the picks. I believe in the book.
Probably not doing it.
I believe in the book.
Probably not doing it.
I'm gonna include Skewmont again. No, of course. You weren't in our Kia Player of the Series vote, so maybe we need to work on that Rumble. But you did win Kia Player of the Series, Skewmont. I think it was a no-brainer for everybody. Congratulations. We're just gonna go straight into our Euronics play of the day. Skewmont catches Mkoy with a 4-man Wukong ultimate. So yeah, congratulations. Everything went swimmingly, except for that one scuttle. But that's fine, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy with my performance. I think the third game was a bit sus, but we made it work, so I'm definitely happy. And yeah, now eyes on the final, and hopefully we'll bring the title here as well.
Definitely so. So tell me a little bit about finals weekend then. You guys will be waiting in the grand finals. You just played Mkoy, you already played KC, and GX is also there. So what do you think about who you will be facing in that final?
Honestly, that's a rough question. I'm not quite sure. I think like every team has their own has their chance. So I think it just depends on the moment, right? But I'll be ready no matter what. Like who will be there, and I think we'll have a strong showing. But for now, I think I mean, Koi looked like strong. I mean, they gave us a rough fight, even though like the score was 3-0. I really think they showed like some good stuff today. So probably Koi, yeah.
Okay, do you feel the same, Berkeley?
No, I don't. I think it's going to be a battle between the Turkish tops, me against Lotz in the finals. But it's going to be Jackie's carrying.
And winning?
No, I don't know. I mean, maybe I think
you're just going to let him. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. Did you watch their series?
I watched a little bit. It's not. You asked me who I want it to be there.
Who you want to be there? Who you want? Okay, who you want to be there? Okay. Sorry.
You know why? I can tell you why as well.
Yeah,
because they just haven't been in the finals for a long time, right? They have been with the old XL, where we also beat them. Just a side note, but it would be funny and cool because it would be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I would love that story. That's an incredible underdog story. but that's going
They
to
need
take...
to make us believe.
They really need to make us believe, because there's no footage. I don't know what happened in scrims. I've heard they were the scrim gods last year, but what we've seen on stage,
So
they're
that
not the
means
favorites
they-
in any matchup on the way up.
That
I
means
would say
they win versus KC.
And then MKOI.
And then
And then they face you, and then Jackie's pops off, and it's Turkish top lane battle.
yeah. It could be one of those, you know, that G2 is waiting in the final, and then the underdog 3-0s them.
We don't talk about that.
It happens. That's not a very positive note to sign off.
No, it's not a very positive note. You guys are looking great. Human, I've called you the best jungler in the league now. Do you think that that is fair? When you look at your performance across scrims, obviously you guys are gonna say
very
yes.
Biased.
I mean, I think I still need to like develop some of the like part of the game, some aspects. I need to get better at that. But I mean, I think I showed some good stuff, right? I wouldn't call me like top one, but close. I'll say it's close.
I like it.
Sure.
Close is good.
Yes, close is good. Oh, they got the hammer now. Jesus.
I don't know how they got the hammer. Shout out to the Fnatic fans who've been here all weekend, and the G2 fans who've been rightfully rewarded for their faith.
Yes, thank you
Another
all.
quick 3-0.
Yes, if you've been here all weekend or all 4 days, you've been here for a lot of games, and we really appreciate your energy. Thank you so much. You guys, Dragons, can you promise me something? I didn't see that energy at all in the regular season. Like, please, because it's been awesome. But guys, they need you in the regular season as well.
Guys, it's not a seance. You guys have to show up when your team is alive.
Yeah.
We don't need to be communing with the dead, please.
Yes. Oh, but thank you so much for all the energy. Congratulations once again to G2 Esports. But of course, we will have GX, KC, MKOI, and G2 in Barcelona next week for our finals weekend of our inaugural LEC Versus. It's going to be a banger, VO5s all the way, and all of us there to support, and hopefully some of you as well. See you next week. Hasta luego.
Ciao.
To be able to get in and steal away this red while avoiding the damage on Bravo. Double penetrators, but still the auto's coming out of super.
Coming. I can ult. They can get ult. Yeah, he's ulting. Nice. Nice. Good guys. Put me. I've ulted 30. Keep fighting. It's fine. It's really fine. We're winning really hard. Go Nash. Nice. Look Nash from now. She's gonna ult, guys. You good short. I have TP. Kill back. She will do smite. Kill back. Buy first. Nice. I'll come for the smite. Nice. Dragon. Guys, go burn.
Lands the root onto Alrohan. Sama did get slowed by the beat drop. Skumon here first. Awesome damage on Bravo.
Super. Holy.
We kill. I'm going Mog as well. I want to go more. I will. Yeah, chill out. Just tank. I have a hook. Can you tank? He's dead. Give me. Whatever. Look, guys. Rumble low. Yeah. Nice.
Now somebody talk to me right now.
No. I'm not talking to you.
Kill him and go Nash. Go guys. Do both.
Let's go, okay? We got this.
I do often prefer seeing her in top lane.
Both teams.
They win the charm. He went between the veil, went in this, and the charm still lands.
I'm marking Cassio, guys. Nice. No? Oh shit. Oh, never mind. Good job, guys. Good job.
One of the best LEC intros I've seen in years.
For a bit on it. Crowd's all ready for that trash slide. Their rapid, crazy minds right in the arcane again.
Everything blue in this arena. Everything blue. scored a triple. Victory!
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill. Enemy double kill. Aced. Your turret has been destroyed. has been slain. Aced. You have slain an enemy. Aced. Your inhibitor has respawned. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Has respawned. Defeat. Minions have spawned. Enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Shut down. Double kill. Ace. Shut down. Enemy double kill. You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Has been slain. Shut down. Enemy double kill. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill. Enemy quadra kill. Shut down. An ally has been slain. Aced. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain. down. Shut down. Aced. The enemy's inhibitor has respawned.
forgets the names of the drowned.
Offense and go win some of these fourth quarter type ball games.
Oh, bad bounce goes through the hands of Caleb Johnson. He may have touched that ball. That would be a live ball. Let's see what the ruling is here. It is a touchdown.
Lost his innards. slain. Your ally has slain an enemy. Enemy double kill. Twice the bounty. Your allies decorate the seabed. Two men over. Slain. In splinters. Shut down. Eyes open. Your ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. slain. Everything's got an end. Your ally has been slain. You put that to rest. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill. Your mate's feeding the fishes. Present for the slaughter dogs. Your ally got a double kill. Enemy rampage. Your ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill. Enemy quadra kill. Aced. We're dead in the water. You're out a turret. Your inhibitor collapsed. Your ally shut down an enemy. You have slain an enemy. Your ally ended at best. Twice the bounty. turret's been destroyed. Your turret's in splinters. Your allies decorating the seabed. The enemy's on a rampage. Your ally has been slain. Your ally found friends. Defeat.
It's not how much time you have. It's how you use it.
Listen, C9 looks incredible. They've beaten Team Liquid, they've beaten Lion, they've dropped 1 game of 13 to FlyQuest, so they're 12-1 overall in their game score. They are firmly already seated in the finals. They'll await the winners that come up through the gauntlet next week. And I feel like I'm the C9 hater here because I'm not willing to give them full credit because, as APA said in his post-game interview, job's not done. The last time Blabber, Zven, Vulcan, the last time these guys have made it to an international tournament, Zven hadn't even swapped back to AD carry. It was 2023. So C9, for a various...
How are you? Good, how you doing, boss? So you saying it cuts off like immediately,
yeah,
or
like
after
mid-game?
Mid-game?
Sometimes it'll be like 2-3 hours. Sometimes it's like right away. But like the last time I did it, it cut off. I let it sit for 2 days. The only way to fix it is by unplugging it, plugging it back into the wall.
Right.
And then when I plug it back in, I turn it on. Like just recently, like an hour later, it would die.
Is it any particular game or any game?
Mainly, but sometimes Fortnite.
Minutes.
I got that when they first came
Oh,
out.
this is the original one.
Yeah, I've opened it myself. Like I said, I took the fans out sometime before.
Okay. So other than the fans, you didn't go into the motherboard or
I
nothing,
put an
right?
SSD in there, and I never touched the motherboard myself.
All right, cool.
Yep.
All right, it should be just straightforward. You probably just need some new liquid metal. So.
And you said your band was in the shop earlier. I'm a store manager for NTB. If you ever need anything done,
Okay. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
So,
just give me about an hour or so. I'll let you know when it's done.
I'll be upstairs if you need me. Give me a shout.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This is bad. This is a really bad hotspot. Oxidation, not making good contact with the heatsink. That's what's causing the overheating.
Offense right there. And Contavious Caldwell Pope. They're in love with the basket.
All right, so I let it play. I'm playing it for a half just to make sure, you know, it's not crazy, going nothing crazy. But you had a lot of hot spots on the APU and the heatsink, so that was the main issue with it. All right, appreciate it, man. You got, like I said, you got 60-day warranty on it. If you have any overheating issues, just let me know, man.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
How are you?
Good. How you doing, boss? So you saying it cuts off like immediately,
Yeah,
or
like
after
mid-game.
mid-game?
Sometimes it'll be like 2-3 hours. Sometimes it's like right away. But like the last time I did it, It cut off. I let it sit for 2 days. The only way to fix it is by unplugging it, plugging it back into the wall.
Right.
And then when I plug it back in, I turn it on. Like just recently, like an hour later, it would die.
Is it any particular game or any game?
Mainly, but sometimes Fortnite.
Minutes.
Yeah, I got that when they first came
Oh,
out.
this is the original one.
Yeah, I've opened it myself. Like I said, I took the fans out sometime before.
Okay. So other than the fans, you didn't go into the motherboard?
I put an SSD in there, and I never touched the motherboard myself.
All right, cool.
Yep.
All right, it should be just straightforward. You probably just need some new liquid metal. So.
Oh man, you said your band was in the shop earlier. I'm a store manager for NTV. If you ever need anything done,
Okay, appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Just give me about an hour, so I'll let you know when it's done.
If you need me, give me a shout.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This is bad. This is a really bad hotspot. Oxidation, not making good contact with the heatsink. That's what's causing the overheating.
Offense right there. And Contavious Caldwell Pope in love with the basket.
All right, so I let it play. I'm playing it for a half just to make sure, you know, it's not crazy, doing nothing crazy. But you had a lot of hot spots on the APU and the heatsink, so that was the main issue with it. All right, appreciate it, man. You got, like I said, you got a 60-day warranty on it. If you have any overheating issues, just let me know, man.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
How are you?
Good. How you doing, boss? So you saying it cuts off like immediately,
Yeah,
or
like
after mid-game?
Sometimes it'll be like 2-3 hours. Sometimes it's like right away. But like the last time I did it, it cut off. I let it sit for 2 days. The only way to fix it is by unplugging it, plugging it back into the wall.
Right.
And then when I plug it back in, I turn it on. Like just.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. Enemy rampage. Shut down. An ally has been slain. Shut down. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Unstoppable. Shut down. Aced. Double kill. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Ace. An enemy has been slain.